Well, good Monday morning. It is a beautiful sunny day. A few clouds have started to mix in there, but we aren't tracking anything yet on our radar and satellite. And if we do get anything, it's going to be very brief, and I'll explain that part in a moment. So there we are under high pressure right now, keeping things pretty calm and pleasant. Right now, a live look from Metropolis. There's that mix of sun and clouds, and the clouds types that we're seeing right now are cirrus clouds. Well, there's nothing cirrus about them, but I'll explain a little bit more at the end of the show what that means and what you could look for when you do spot that cloud type. Now, as we take a look at our temperatures, though, we are still fairly mild for this time of year. Mount Vernon sitting at 74. We have Carbondale matching that, a little warmer there. For Paducah sitting at 75, but most of us are into the lower to mid 70s, and we're going to continue to climb as we go through the afternoon. So a mix of sun and clouds. We do stay cooler, at least for a shorter period of time than what we were last week, and we are going to remain drier, so this actually could give us a nice break that we did need from all the rain that we have been tracking. Now, as we go through the rest of our morning and afternoon, even into your evening, things are going to be very calm into those mid-upper 70s. Eventually, as we get towards that 4 o'clock time frame, that's our best chance at getting that final boost of heating that we'll need. So maybe trying for those lower 80s. Again, those clouds will stay around, but as we look at our forecast high, typically around this time of year, we are sitting into those upper 70s. Well, we are above that even by a few degrees, almost by 10 degrees at some points this week. We are rising into those mid 80s by the time we get to our Wednesday. Thursday, we drip a little bit into those mid 70s, right where we should be before going back up. And so we are tracking at least some warmer conditions coming back in as we go towards the mid part of the week. Now, we will see a backdoor cold front moving in, and then some drier air will at least come back in and will cool things back down. So that, again, keeping the humidity back down, which is exactly where we need it. But sadly, our only chance of rain really seems to be for Tuesday. Still pretty isolated, and we could even track that isolated chance of a stray storm here or there. So just keep an eye on that. But here's our rainfall forecast over the next 5 days. Typically by now in this time of year, we're seeing at least maybe an inch plus projected, but we're not really seeing that. In fact, we're seeing a lot lower than that. So if you are planting, yeah, you'll have a good planting weather for it. The soil's pretty good, still saturated from our rain that we have seen, but it's a great idea to download that Storm Track 3 app. As you know, the weather is calm right now. Maybe you're wanting to know when you want to go out and swim in that pool, but sadly, because of the lack of rain, we are seeing an uptick in our allergies. So if you're like me and you're struggling with the allergies a little bit with the sniffles and the hoarse voice, well, the reason is because tree and grass count are in the high. Mold is not quite there yet. We're still in the moderate levels with weeds still fairly low. So we're going to keep an eye on this for you as we go through the next few days of dry conditions, but we do have a very pleasant 7 and 10 day forecast. I mean, I mentioned our early morning temperatures into those mid 50s. We're going to pretty much stay in that pattern over the next few days. So some areas of patchy fog will be possible here and there. So that'll be something to watch for in the morning. But if you're a jogger, this is perfect conditions. These are perfect weather for you. As we do look towards the week, though, hey, we got more sun chances. That is something that I think I'm really looking forward to.
Oh, yes. I mean, lots of dry time, lots of sunshine, and pretty decent temperature. So no complaints from me.
Nada.
I love it. All right.